Hey everybody, it's Sensei Sid with Fields Karate. I've got another Karate at Home video assignment for you. Now, just like all of our other sessions, I want you to start your session with all your warm-ups, your stretches, your calisthenics. Make sure that your joints and your muscles are warmed up and stretched out. And then I want you to move into your Kata routine. Again, I want you to do every Kata that you know at least 3 times, but I don't want you to do any fewer than 10 katas total. So if you only know 1 or 2 kata, then you'll be doing 1 kata 10 times or 2 katas 5 times each, something like that. But the more katas you know, then I want you to do each of them 3 times. So you'll have plenty of practice in on those. Now, once you have gone through your warm-up routine and through your kata routine, our focus today is going to be a little bit of judo practice. So this is a technique that we borrow from the judo world, a world that has heavily influenced Shotokan karate in its development. In fact, our founders, Master Gishin Funakoshi, has met and worked with Master Jigoro Kano, who was the founder of judo. So the 2 styles developed in some ways side by side in Japan, though judo certainly was a little bit of a precursor to karate in Japan. Karate was around certainly longer in Okinawa, but they came to Japan and developed very closely together. So what we're going to practice today is called an Osoto-Geri. And those of you in class should know this and have heard it before. It's one of the takedowns that we borrow. Now, to do this, I want you to find a stick. Something along the lines of a broomstick will be just fine. Something that's a little bit shorter than you, preferably. And this is a drill that you might want to take outside and practice, and I'll explain why in a minute. But you're going to take your stick and you're going to plant it right in front of you. You're going to stand right in front of it, and I want you to put your left hand at the top, about your shoulder height, as if you were grabbing someone by the shoulder. And then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to grab low, okay, as if you were grabbing by the belt. So you're going to grab high, grab low. You're going to take a step forward with your left foot and get kind of close to the stick. You want a little bit of space in between, enough to swing your leg between your right leg, between your left leg and the stick. You're going to, from this position, you're going to swing that leg up, and you want to make sure that from here, that you're almost hip to stick here. You want the stick almost touching you. Don't pull the stick in, but when you step through, you should be there already. You're going to swing that leg up, and then come back through and land it, and I want you to pull it up and catch the stick under your arm. So when you do it a little bit faster, it's going to look like this. You grab, step, swing through. Okay? A little bit slower so you see it again. Grab high, grab low, step in, swing, go through, and you're going to catch it. Now, if you get a chance to do this outside, it's going to be a whole lot easier to do. It's going to be easier on your hardwood floors or your tile floors or your carpet, first off. Also, if you go outside, you can take your stick and you can stab it into the ground a little bit. And that's going to make it a little more realistic, because when you sweep someone's leg and use the Osoto-Geri to take someone down, they're often going to have some weight on that leg. Maybe not all their weight, but they're going to have some. So that foot that you're taking out is planted a little bit. So if you plant your stick down in the ground, it makes it a little more realistic. So if you get a chance and you can do this outside, do it outside if you can. Now, once you've done that, I want you to do that, say 10 or 15 times on your right leg, and then I want you to switch. I want you to grab it high with your right hand, grab low with your left hand, step in with your right foot, through, swing up and through. Okay? And you notice as you do this, you do bend down a little bit, because part of a real Osoto-Geri on a partner is you sweep the leg, but then you also push their hips and shoulders down. So this kind of a takedown is a bit of a slam. So I want you to practice that. Don't worry so much about the slam, but as you do it, make sure that you bend over as you do, and make sure that you stay upright. Don't sling yourself down. It's one of the hardest parts about doing an Osoto-Geri in real life, is being able to maintain your stability as you as you do the throw. So make sure you plant your stick, plant your feet, grab high, grab low, swing through, and then back. okay? And you want to catch this right up under your arm. Now, once you've done that, like I said, do it 10 or 15 times on each leg, on each side. And this is going to simulate very well grabbing an opponent by the shoulder and by the hip, or vice versa, depending on which hand you can grab with, and then swing through and take that leg out. Once you've drilled on that for a little while, like I said, 10 or 15 times with each leg, then I want you to move into some conditioning, and we're going to focus on our cardio today. One of the most important things, I say most important, but a very, very important thing to train in your karate is your cardiovascular and respiratory health. When you're in a fight, you're going to start breathing hard. And if you can't breathe well, then you can't fight well. They just go hand in hand. So I want you to go out and find your favorite place to do laps. We've had a number of assignments where you had to do laps. Find your favorite place to do laps and take your stick with you. And you're going to do 10 laps around a ball field or around your house, wherever you can do it. But I want you to take your stick with you and you're going to put it behind your neck, across your shoulders, almost like a yoke. And you're going to reach your arms out and you're going to reach for the ends of your stick, okay? And so this is going to put you in kind of an airplane position. And I want you to do your laps with your arms up, just like this. And so you're going to look kind of funny. It's going to feel kind of funny. You're not going to have the swing of your arms. You're probably not going to run as fast as you normally would, and that's okay. The point is to get your heartbeat up and to get your lungs to work, okay? And the reason I want you to do this is when you have your arms down, okay, in any way, you're pressing your rib cage in, you're compressing it, and those are pressing in on your lungs. And so while your lungs still work, they don't work as well. If you've ever run out of breath in class, a lot of times you'll see people bend over, huffing and puffing, and they're bending over, and as they do this, they're closing their lungs up, and they're actually making it harder to catch their breath. So what this forces you to do is to keep your arms up. It pulls your lungs, your ribs apart a little bit so that your lungs can move and function a little more freely. So this is going to help, we call it opening your lungs up. So it's not like it's surgery or anything, but it just keeps your rib cage from compressing your lungs. And so you should be able to breathe a little bit easier, a little bit sooner in during your laps. So it's going to look funny, it's going to feel funny, but give it a try. 10 laps around a ball field, around your house, wherever you can find, but take your stick behind your neck and across your shoulders and reach for the tips and run it that way. So that's going to be your karate assignment for today. I want you to take this, have fun with it, but train hard. Keep practicing hard. We're hoping it won't be much longer before we can all get back in the dojo and train together soon. But until then, keep training hard and keep moving forward. Don't let your training stagnate. I miss you guys. I look forward to having you back in the dojo. Thanks for watching.